guest to learn more about this incredible opportunity. We are so glad you're here. So go ahead and drop in the chat where you're joining from. We love seeing how globally connected we are with this movement. As this is a global call, you can see that we have live translations for the following languages: Korean, Japanese, Bahasa, Thai, Vietnamese. You can also see that we have a globe there below that you can select. And if that's not one of the languages you'd prefer to watch or listen to this call, you can select the closed captioning, click translate, and then select your preferred language for the closed captioning in your language. For anyone who's new, my name is Chase Willardson, and I am the Senior Director of Recognition and Retention on Nu Skin's global channel development team. That is a mouthful. I've had the privilege of launching markets around the world, and I can tell you there is something special about what's happening here in India. This is more than just another market opening. This is a once in a generation opportunity to build something historic, a movement that will shape the future of Nu Skin across Asia and beyond. To our amazing affiliates, thank you. The momentum you've created over the last few months has been incredible, from trainings and opportunity calls to pre-launch activities and preparation. You are the reason we're seeing such strong belief and energy heading into November. Every message, every connection, every prospect you've invited has helped build the foundation for success. And for those of you joining as guests today, welcome to the very beginning of something big. You're hearing about this before launch, when the doors are just beginning to open. That means you have a chance to be among the first pioneers helping to bring this mission to life in India. Today is all about clarity, commitment, and belief. We want you to leave this call inspired, but also prepared. We'll cover everything you need to know about the November pre-launch events, the product lineup, and how to get involved from day one. So here's how the call will flow today. I'll begin by recognizing the incredible momentum and efforts already happening. Andrew will walk through the key housekeeping items, how to sign up, what to expect, and timelines for product availability. Chandra will share details about the pre-launch events, what's happening in each city, and why you don't want to miss this. Lastly, I'll lead a short poll so we can see who's attending, who's traveling, and how many guests each of you plan to bring, because we want to fill every single seat. And I'm pretty sure by the momentum and the amount of people that are on this call, there will probably only be standing room at those events. So with that, let's get started. I'll begin with recognition. You can see a chart on the screen. In just a second, you can see this chart right here on the screen, which, just like India, is complex, but it also gives us an amazing insight. As we get closer to our launch date, interest momentum has grown exponentially. And this is what this equation represents. Starting from 26 India-eligible BAs in June of last year, we stand at 683 India-eligible BAs as of the last update this month. This exponential interest in India gives us so much excitement about how we're going to grow in India when we launch. Congratulate yourselves for being part of that momentum in the chat. Next, we would also like to recognize the top 25 individuals currently qualifying for the India Founders Program. These leaders are driving incredible momentum and energy as we head into pre-launch. To reach this point, the qualifying India founder needs to be brand representative title in an open market by October 15, 2025. They have a direct affiliate in that market with their INE flag set by October 20th, 2025. It's important to note that this does not yet guarantee the achievement in the India Founders Program, which begins officially in November, but these individuals are already out in front leading the way. They're building belief and laying the foundation for success. Let's congratulate our top 25 in the chat right now. If you see your name, give a shout out, or if you see someone else's name you recognize, shout them out. Congratulations to those top 25 momentum builders. Now I'm going to turn it over to Andrew to take us through some key details to understand and keep in mind as we prepare for next month. Please give a warm welcome to Andrew. Andrew, over to you.
Thank you, Chase. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are from. So happy to be here with all of you today. Exciting times. We are getting close to the finish line, or maybe the start of the finish line, because India is going to be an amazing, amazing journey for us. We're just a few days away, and there's a few things that I want to share with you that I think will be really crucial for you and your teams as we start getting ready to launch in this amazing market. So first off, I'm going to give a quick recap in what November is going to look like for all of us. Some of you might be familiar with this slide before. I've shared this in a few other calls. November is going to be an interesting month for us because the first 2 weeks are all about making sure we are getting our foundation and our base set right. What that means is our pre-approved international India eligible leaders, they can go and create their India accounts. We're going to need those first 2 weeks to make sure that those accounts are being created the right way because they're going to be the start of Nu Skin India. Going forward for the rest of the month is where we open up the remaining operations, launching with our three amazing events that Chandra is going to be talking with all of us about. Now, one thing for those of you with sharp eyes you might have caught is I've made a couple of tweaks to this slide that are different from last time. You'll notice that the last two boxes of when our local Indians can create their accounts and when products can be purchased. In our prior versions, we've been talking about November 15th. Now, for those of you who have noticed as well, our first event starts on November 14th. There's a little bit of disconnect there. So, what our amazing technology team did is they were able to make sure that we're actually able to start signups on the 14th already, a full day ahead of what we were thinking. That's an amazing Diwali surprise to all of you. What this means is when you show up for that first event in Ahmedabad, you'll already have the ability to sign up. As of November 14th, 1 minute past midnight in the morning, India time, we'll be able to create accounts in India. You'll be able to place orders, and all of that amazing work can start already. That is amazing news, and we're going to be really looking forward to seeing how November pans out for us based on that. Now, a few other things when it comes to setting up these accounts. I want to take a minute to talk about this pre-verification process for our OCIs and NRIs. In other words, our folks who are India eligible already, but have a Nu Skin account in an existing Nu Skin open market. For you to come in and create your account, so especially those first 2 weeks of November that I just talked about, there's the process is going to be a little different. Instead of going in and signing up directly through the website, you will receive a code via your email. Now, to get this code, there's two things that you need to have qualified. One is you need to have become a brand rep in your home market already, because it's only our OCI and NRS who are brand reps who can participate in the qualification window. Second is you need to have submitted your OCI, proof of OCI/NRI ability to work in India. If you have these two done, you will receive this email, which will contain the verification code. What that's going to do for you is it's going to kickstart the sign up process for you to create your India account, which will be a little different, as I mentioned, from a flow perspective from the rest of the group. I want to also call out one thing that's really important is that this code that you receive is unique to you and only you. It cannot be used by others. So make sure that this is something that you're keeping to yourself and you're using only to sign up your own India account to make sure that it's aligned with how we want to build things up in India. Now, with that in mind, I want to talk a little bit about just the overall sign up flow. I mentioned earlier that there's going to be just a little bit of difference for our OCIs and PIOs as you go in and start the sign up process through that pre-verification code. For the rest of our group, where we've got our local Indians in India, you would go through a standard process where you'd go in and choose who your sponsor ID is. And you would essentially need to go through the flow that's described below. The flow that's described below has a few different sections, and the sections each do require a bit of information that has quite a bit of details in it. So what do we need to do to that and to make sure that we're simplifying the process for you as well is we'll also be creating a step-by-step sign-up flow video that you can use for you and your team as it gets time closer to start creating these accounts. So keep an eye out for those in the binder link as well. Now, as you go through the flow, you start with your personal details. This is where you would give us your shipping information, your contact information, so on and so forth. That would be followed up with KYC verification, which is know your customer verification. Pay close attention here. This is what we've been talking about, why we need that PAN card, FSSAI, bank information, and so on. This KYC verification will only accept a PAN card as a proof of verification. So what you will need is a picture. You'll need to upload a picture of the PAN card followed by a selfie of yourself. The software that we're using will then use facial recognition and cross-reference the personal details that you've shared to make sure that we've got the right customer. Once that's done, we go into the business information section. The business information section is where you'll have content to fill in about the FSSAI registration. Now, we've got a lot of comments and feedback on the FSSAI registration. So for those of you who are still struggling to get that or still don't understand what the flow needs to be there is a helpful step-by-step video online in the Binder portal that'll help you go and get through that process to check off this very important box in the sign-up flow. Once you've shared the business information, i.e. FSSAI information, we go into the bank details page. The bank details page is just you sharing your Indian account information. It could be an NRO account, it could be a local account, but it's essentially your IFSC code and your bank account information. This will it'll help us make sure that the commissions are going to the right accounts. Once that's done, once you've shared that, we'll go into training, which is a DSA regulation mandated training, which will be a PDF that walks you through the do's and don'ts of being a direct seller in India. Once you've self-attested this, you then go into the final section, which is where you share the direct seller agreement. Once this is done, congratulations, you have successfully signed up as a direct seller in India. So that's a little bit about the housekeeping, sign-up flow, November timelines. Now, I also want to take a little bit of time to walk you through some updates on the product side. So product side, I want to share with you what our next few months of the product launches and phasings are going to look like. On my slide, you've got about 4 months of data worth of products that we're going to be launching. There's 2 pieces of new information following our prior calls. The first one is that we're also sharing a little bit about what's going to happen in February. So in February, we'll be launching the 2 additional Cerenew SKUs that complete the detox facial. So as of February, you'll be actually able to have the full range of our Cerenew offerings, which will allow you the opportunity to create 2 different facials, the brightening facial, which you can create from November onwards, and the detox facial, which you'll be able to create from February onwards. The other nuance, the other change that you might have noticed is that we previously had Pharmanex noted in our November timings. We have now pushed that back to December. Mid-December is what we are targeting. That being said, and the reason we're targeting this is because we've had some back and forth with the necessary registrations we need to have on our side to manufacture these products. Those are some things that we've got rectified just very recently. So that's something that we're going to be working on to make sure that we are getting these products by mid-December. Now, that being said, our supply chain team is super amazing and they're working night and day to make sure that they have these products available to you as quickly as we can, which means maybe even earlier. So those are the 2 key updates when it comes to our product phasing, the addition of our Cerenew products and our Pharmanex line. I also want to take just a little bit of time to talk about the Prism preview. December is when we're officially going to be having Prism entering India in the form of a brand rep preview. Qualifications for the brand rep preview will be shared shortly as we get to launch. Additionally, January onwards, we'll be also looking to engage and expand the base of Prism lovers that we have in India through some interesting promotions and programs that'll be targeted around activation codes. More to come on this as well in the next few weeks. Now, Before I wrap up my section, I want to share one piece of good news as well when it comes to product bundles. Now, this is something that my phone has been ringing off the hook for ever since we shared product pricing. Questions around, hey, you've given us single item prices. Where are these packages? What's happening with them? So this is something that we're going to learn our way into the market. Our products are locally manufactured. The demands and the dynamics of the markets are new. So there are things that we are going to learn that are going to be new, but we're already starting things off with a bang with these new product bundles. Now, I want to be clear, these product bundles are not discounted bundles. They are the exact same prices as the single items themselves. That being said, there are two different reasons why we have created these product bundles. The first reason, it's fairly common knowledge that there is an inverse correlation between the number of clicks that someone makes on a website to them actually going and adding to cart and making a purchase. We're trying to simplify the experience for you and your customers by creating these product bundles that we hope will be loved and liked by all of our Indian customers and leaders. The second reason is duplication is going to be key in the market as we launch, as we gain and continue to maintain this momentum. There are a few benchmarks in the India plan that require sales of certain amount of products or certain level of products. These product bundles that you see here have been carefully curated in discussions with our global marketing team and our leaders to create products that not only are going to be loved, that'll last you through the month, but will also help you reach some of these important benchmarks in the compensation plan. For example, the Nu Skin Starter Kit bundle, you'll notice has a brand affiliate price of about 12,600 rupees. Well, when you take GST out of the equation, that gets you very close to that 10,000 rupee benchmark that you would need to go from becoming a direct seller to a brand affiliate. So these bundles are essentially going to be individuals or multiples of some of the benchmarks that are crucial to the India compensation plan. Now, that's it from the product side. Now, I want to hand the time over to someone who I've come to know quite well over the last month, Chandra, our new market GM. Amazing times learning with him over the last month, fighting in this together. It's going to be an amazing journey. It's been a life-changing experience just learning from him, just absorbing every little piece of information I can. So with that, Chandra, walk the team through what we're going to do for events.
Thank you, Andrew. Thanks a ton. First of all, to all of you, a very happy Diwali. Before actually we started the call, I was trying to understand from Chase, what does he actually have for breakfast? His energy was so high. When we started the call, we were actually preparing for it. And Andrew, I know he was actually having a lot of Diwali sweets. So obviously his energy is high. But guys, let me say this. The excitement is absolutely contagious. The timing couldn't be any better. The opportunity is real. And all this is being put forward for you by Team Nu Skin India. Now, I don't know, I'm sure all of you would have heard this very high energy, bombastic, ballistic music when we started the Zoom call, right? Now, how many of you would have known that this is not some Bollywood music? This is actually the music which is created by us and our team for Prism. So if you are from India and if you know Hindi, you would have seen what the actual lyrics meant. But anyway, that is just one part of the excitement what I wanted to share with you. But for me, I think it's important I take all of us through what is that Team India is putting together for this wonderful events that's coming up. So let me take you through what we are going to look for as far as these 3 days are concerned. So guys, all of us know India is not just a country, it's more a continent, right? So it's critical for us to look at which are the places where we will have the highest impact that's going to help us build and grow our business to success. So we initially chose 3 locations, and all 3 locations have a reason why we are looking at these places. Number one, when I speak about Ahmedabad, by the way, on November 14th, we are all going to meet in Ahmedabad for our first pre-launch. That's the first roadshow pre-launch in India. And it's happening at the Forum. Now, in the last 2 weeks, we have got multiple calls from leaders from across the world as well as from India. And one of the requests is, can we have a venue which is going to be bigger than Forum? And for your information, guys, Forum is the biggest location in Ahmedabad. And we are having a lot of pushback from a lot of our leaders telling we need more space. So, but this is the best what we have, and we are going to put together an experience for all of us. Now, when we are looking at this event, please remember, ensure each of your prospects are invited and they are given the reason for them to be a part of this pre-launch event. Why? Because it's an experience that your team in India, that's all of us sitting here, is putting together. An experience where your prospects will get to see and feel what it means to be a part of Nu Skin's journey in India. It's going to be big, guys. And also remember, our business, direct selling business, is actually built through energy. And this event, these events are going to give that energy to all the participants who are going to be a part of it, or people who are going to go out and share about what this event meant for them, how it has been life transforming for them. So it's going to be huge. And please ensure you're getting each and every prospect of yours to the events in each of these locations. So number one, Forum. Number two, we are having Mumbai. We have chosen the location Dome. Now, for people who know Mumbai, they understand Dome is one of the largest indoor stadiums that's available in Mumbai. It's a beautiful layout, which is very close to Worli. It's very close to the sea face. And this is one place which can accommodate up to 3,000 plus people. So we had to go for this because the number of people who want to come into the Mumbai pre-launch, it's going to be difficult for us to manage. So we wanted to ensure that all of us have a beautiful experience that Dome can provide. So Dome is going to be our event space for November 18th in Mumbai. And for Gurgaon, while Ahmedabad and Mumbai is going to be in shared spaces where we will have our own event happening, Gurgaon is very exclusive. We got an opportunity to book Cosmos, which is one of the most prestigious event locations, and that entire location is exclusively meant for Nu Skin. So we are actually going to have a place which is fully for Nu Skin alone. The energy is going to be unbelievable, guys. So note down these 3 dates: November 14th in Ahmedabad, November 18th in Mumbai, and November 21st in Gurgaon. Now, let me take you through some important information that will help you to make these events for you and your prospects more safe and also get the best experience out of it. So for Forum in Ahmedabad, there is parking available, but do remember it's public parking where it is for the Forum Mall. So if you can avoid private vehicles, that will be good, but there is parking available. But when it comes to Mumbai, guys, let me make it very clear, we do not have parking. The parking is only for 200 cars and it will not be possible for us to accommodate. So my request and suggestion to all of you is, please ensure for Mumbai, take a Uber or take a metro and take a local transportation. That's the best option for you so that you don't have to waste time. Please ensure you and your prospects or people whom you have invited reach our venue at least 1.5 to 2 hours before, because it's going to be pretty huge and we are going to have a lot of visitors and participants and prospects and customers. So please ensure that you are on time at least 1 hour, 1.5 hours before the event. Now, we are doing everything possible for you to get an experience of a lifetime. And let me also tell you, these events will be the talk in this industry in India. They wouldn't have had an experience like this. So just let me take you through how the event is going to be on the day. When you enter the event space, you will find registration booths in the entrance. We will have minimum 8 to 10 registration booths in each of these locations because we have thousands of people coming there. So in the registration booths, one booth or two, depending on the size of the space, we will have for manual registration where people are not technically savvy or technologically savvy. So there they can go and take the help of somebody sitting there to help them register, or otherwise, all the other booths, we are going to have a QR code which is there. Just go, scan the QR code, input the details that is asked through a simple 4-step process. It is just 4 things what you need to write down your name, from where you're coming and things like that. Do that, click submit, and you will get your card to enter the venue. And all these venues, guys, do not worry about your safety or security. We have done our best to ensure that all of us are going to be safe and secure. We are also going to have doctors on call just in case we need any help from them. Plus, to ensure that we are going to have our energies high, we will definitely have snacks served here in each of these locations. So any questions you guys have on the location or the preparations that needs to be done, you guys are welcome to reach out to Team India and we'll be happy to help you with that. Now, let me take you through the most exciting part of this event. What will happen in this event when you're coming inside? Let me take you through that. So the agenda for this event. Okay, yeah, so we are going to have Ryan, we are going to have Justin, we are going to have Steve, and we are also going to have a lot of our international leaders who are able to make it here to share their experiences of growing and succeeding with Nu Skin. Now, what do we expect here when you have someone like Ryan, our global CEO? All of us know that he is a bundle of energy. He goes on stage, he's going to set it on fire. Justin is going to come and speak about the opportunity that's called India. Steve is going to come and then share what we are doing as an organization to innovate the right products that India needs. Now imagine, not just the opportunity, not just the products, not just the vision, but we have these 3 days to share with all our prospects who we really are. What does Nu Skin stand for? It's an opportunity for us to share with India that we are a company who believes in our ethos of force for good. People will get to see that we are a company who actually give more than what we take. When it comes to India, what is very important for all of us to remember is Nu Skin in India is an out and out India company. People will understand we are here for good. People will see that we are an Indian company too in India. We'll be built in India. We are manufacturing in India. We have India products, which is needed by Indian population. We will have an India pricing strategy. We are going to grow in India and succeed in India. Now, all this put together in one place, imagine the kind of energy it's going to create. So for each one of you in this call, take this opportunity to send this message to all your prospects. These 3 days are going to be redefining how this industry in India is going to run for the future. I am looking forward, our entire team in India are looking forward to host all of you, meet each one of you, grow with you, and succeed along with you. Let me hand it over to Chase.
Thank you, Chandra. Here is the QR code for all information that you need about India details. this is your access to all things India. Everything that we've been releasing and have talked about on this call and previous calls, you can find that information here. And what is amazing, it's being updated daily as we collect more information, as we hear from you, and pushing out information so you can have everything at your hands to share with your teams to help set them up for success. This is your source for information. In closing, it's all about finishing strong. Invite your people to the meetings, even if you yourself are not going to be there in person. Upload your documents, as Andrew talked about. The people who are in the room and those that invite others to attend these events will be the ones that are leading this market. So make your commitment, book your travel, and fill those seats with people that you believe in. Thanks, everyone. We can't wait to see you in November at these events in person and to see those of your team members that are helping with this pre-launch and just driving this amazing momentum to make history with Nu Skin India. Thanks, everyone, and have a great rest of your day. Take care.
शर्माओ मत अपनी उंगली रोशनी पर रखो कोई सुई नहीं कोई दर्द नहीं बस एक चमक तुम्हें बताती है कि तुम्हारे रंग क्या दिखाते हैं ये जादू नहीं है ये स्पष्ट विज्ञान है यहाँ कैरोटीनॉइड चमक रहे हैं तुम्हारी कहानी एक रंग में लिखी है कि अच्छे खाने तुम्हें कितना प्यार करते हैं मेरे हाथ पर चमको रंगों को गाने दो नीली रोशनी की किरण में स्वास्थ्य का एक स्पेक्ट्रम बाग बगीचे समुद्र और जमीन से जब मैं समता हूँ तो मेरा जीवन चमक उठता है प्रिज्म कहता है कि मैं अंदर से मजबूत हूँ नीली रोशनी का सच मैं छिपा नहीं सकता दादी कहती थी कि रोज हरी सब्जियां खाओ गाजर पालक अपना रास्ता खोजो अब स्कैनर मुझे सच बताता है मेरे आहार ने तुम्हारे लिए क्या किया है कोई अनुमान लगाने का खेल नहीं कोई छलावा नहीं ये पोषण का परिमाण है एक इंद्रधनुषी सको